Samsung Galaxy S23 and S23 Plus renders leak showing new design. Hey guys, we are back again with some latest Samsung news, and finally we got our first ever look of upcoming S23 lineup. Samsung's Galaxy S22 lineup was released back in the early days of 2022, and they're still among the best Android phones out there. Following the launch of the company's latest foldables, it's once again time for us to start thinking Galaxy S as we look forward to what's next. The S23 series. Aside from some vague rumors about what's changing or not, when it comes to cameras and internal hardware, there's not a lot we know about Samsung's next flagships. That feels like it could be starting to change soon though, as new CAD renders attempt to give us a very early look at the upcoming Galaxy S23 and Galaxy S23 Plus. Renowned leaker OnLeaks is behind a set of renders for both the Galaxy S23 and the Galaxy S23 Plus, the former published on SmartPrix and the latter on Digit. Both phones feature nearly identical design changes. Gone is the iconic rear camera bump that was present in Galaxy S21 and S22 phones, and its place. We see a design that's similar to the Galaxy S22 Ultra and previous A-series phones like the Galaxy A13. The rear panels here are completely flush, with the individual camera sensors protruding out of the back. We're still looking at just 3 cameras, however, so don't expect an ultra-level camera setup here. There will still be an S23 Ultra phone after all. The new renders show us a device that looks quite different from its predecessor, offering a sleeker and more refined design. Perhaps one of the first noticeable differences is the rear camera array. The Galaxy S23 Plus has a camera array that goes back to a more traditional design, heavily deviating from the look of its predecessor, devoid of a camera hump. The new device will measure in at 157.7 by 76.1 by 7.6 millimeters versus the Galaxy S22 Plus coming in at 157.4 by 75.8 by 7.6 millimeters. We can see that the new model will be slightly taller and wider, but will actually have the same thickness. As far as other details go, the Galaxy S23 Plus will arrive with a 6.6-inch display with thin bezels and a hole punch camera on the screen. Naturally, the phone will offer support for charging and data via USB-C, and will have a speaker on the bottom. One of the more interesting points of the new renders is that there doesn't appear to be a SIM tray. The source speculates that it should have it on the bottom, just like last year's model. Of course, we won't really know until we see more of the device to confirm this, but we know that it's entirely possible for a company not to offer a SIM tray on its phones. For the most part, this just gives us our first look at the handset, and there is little to no information about the specifications at this point. It has been reported in the past that Samsung will be relying more on Qualcomm's Snapdragon processors for its smartphone, but the company did not state specifically which devices. Furthermore, we did see the Galaxy S23 pass through certification, showing that Samsung might not be doing anything to improve its charging speeds for its next generation of smartphones. Regardless, for now, we just have to be patient. We are still months away from a release which many think will occur in the first quarter of 2023. Apart from this, fatal battery issues continue to plague Samsung devices as recent as the Galaxy Z Fold 2 and Galaxy S20 FE. Recent leaks have confirmed that Samsung continues to take a conservative approach with its smartphone batteries. The company has restricted charging wattages to 45 watt on its high-end SKUs to prevent any Galaxy Note 7-esque mishaps, much to the frustration of fans and enthusiasts, who can get more than double that from competing devices. There might be a good reason for that, as discovered by YouTuber Murpost the Boss. In a recent video, Arun went through his phone archive, a temperature-controlled shelf where he stores all his smartphones. Here he found the Galaxy S6, Galaxy Note 8, and Samsung Galaxy S10 5G with bloated batteries. He initially attributed it to the recent UK heatwave. However, upon consulting with fellow YouTuber MKBHD, Arun found that he wasn't alone. Other creators such as Snazzy Labs also reported bloated batteries in their stored devices. Arun later found out that even newer devices such as the Galaxy S20 FE and Galaxy Z Fold 2 suffered from the same issue. Zach from Jerry Everything corroborated Arun and Mark's findings and did what he knows best, punctured the battery. Thankfully, it didn't explode due to it holding no charge. Arun then created a thread on Twitter about the matter. Unsurprisingly, replies are inundated with users complaining about the same problem, often with older Samsung phones that have been kept in storage for extended periods. Although Arun contacted Samsung about the problem before making the video, The company is yet to issue an official statement, although it shouldn't be long now due to the ensuing PR nightmare. Some users in the thread also showed Vivo phones, Vivo X50 Pro, suffering from identical issues, so it could likely have something to do with the battery supplier rather than Samsung itself. If you happen to have an old Samsung phone stowed away, we recommend that you fish it out and check the battery for any deformities. If one is found to be in an improper condition, follow local Li-ion battery recycling laws to safely dispose it. So, what do you guys think about the new upcoming Samsung S23 lineup? How good are these renders? Let me know it down in the comment section.